Educate you all on how to set up a flight plan in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 and using the MCDU and the Airbus models. You chose any Airbus model, select a departure and destination. It shows an Orlando to Atlanta in-game EFB. As such, on this tab, but click up here onto the route. What I do, I always change to no DP because I don't like DP. Click find route. You choose an ILS at the destination to make it easier to auto-land. Charts. Choose the approach and add it to your saved charts. To the route page, click send to ATC and avionics, then close that out and go into the game. Inside the aircraft, go over to the side panel and you'll see right here is the METARs. Click payload, put as much as you want in here, apply load, and you can do it instantly. And take off, synchronize the conditions, calculate, and send that to the FMGS. Scroll over to the MCDU and zoom in so you can see both the numbers and the screen. And up here to the FM1. Click your flight number, something easy to remember. 2468 is what I chose. I'll show you how to do that. Click to the flight number, go to the perform init, clear out the errors, go under performance, confirm the values, which should have been loaded in from the flight panel. Now click flight plan. You clear out any of the errors if there is any left to see if there's any discontinuities. In this case, there aren't any. Go up here to your panel, select costume. I like to go ahead and just set standard here while we're on the ground. In practice, you can put the local altimeter setting before you reach the flight level. Altitude bug. In this case, we chose flight level 200. Fuel required, and click on the bezel. Up here, it would have been here to the panel, and click this out, the EFIS range out, so you can see the entire flight plan. Make sure it matches up with what you planned here. In this case, looks pretty accurate. When you prepare for takeoff, make sure you have the autopilot button in range before you take off. Speed is a reference, even though it could be in manual. You want to press the first autopilot button, and you want to bring both of these levers back to climb so that the auto throttle will kick in. And you just leave that until we land. Set the airspeed manually like I do. You just click on that and press square. That should capture the course just fine. Once we get up to cruise, we can do something else. You want to notate the altimeter setting at the destination. Cruise flight, go ahead and get this ready. Click on the performance button. You'll see activate approach. So that will be ready once we start our descent. Open up the approach part, we can see the intercept altitude is going to be 5,000, so we want to set that in the altitude of the localizer frequency. In this case, it's 111. To that end, I'll go ahead and press square to go to manage mode. She'll start to descend at our set speed and altitude. Altimeter setting in this case is 3005, and set it on both the captain and first officer. MCDU, go ahead and activate the approach phase and put the local altimeter setting, which in this case is 3005, and click it here on the top bezel. And up here in the barrel, put the minimums, which in this case is 200 foot. And with that, you're all set. You want to do is confirm that you're in approach mode. Make sure both flight directors on both sides. And this one, well, as we get closer, we'll go ahead and also activate this landing system bug, which we can go ahead and click now. Once we get to the inbound course, we'll select localizer. So we'll confirm that 111.3 is here, and we have dual Cat 3. It's going to allow us to auto land. So now to normal approach speed, which is about 145 in the Beluga. I usually get my gear down and all the flaps just to be slow. Make sure the localizer is green and all these are green. You have two purple diamonds, one at the bottom and one on the right side. Those will come down as you capture the glass. Once the auto land system is captured and managed, that you will go ahead and start descending on your own at your set speed. You can be hands up, but be ready to take over the controls in case the autopilot or management system puts you off course. In that case, you need to be ready to disconnect and land manually.
066 is 3 miles east, 1600 with kilo to land.
You'll hear the TCAS. Successfully auto land.